Hello, I am Alyssa Tanner, and today, or a couple of days ago, there was a toddler in a store in Watford City who went unconscious, and I'm with the mom of that toddler and the woman who performed CPR in that toddler. Let's turn it around. Oh. All right, so could you guys, could you tell us about what happened?
Your battery's dying, by the way. It was just a normal Sunday morning, really, and I was shopping with my kids, and as I was putting the stuff on the counter to check out, I turned around for maybe a second or two, and I just heard this crack on the floor and a huge gasp from my youngest daughter. I don't know, it just happened so quickly, and the lady that was in line in front of me picked her up, and I was trying to tell my daughter, like, hey, you need to breathe. I thought it was just like like she was just holding in like a huge cry, but she never came to, never cried, never nothing. And that's when this beautiful woman came around and said, you know, give me the baby, call 911, and she took her and laid her on the counter where you could check out in the checkout line across from us, and you could just see my daughter's face turning purple, and she just wasn't coming to, she wasn't blinking, she wasn't looking at anyone. And another cashier blew in her face, I remember. Somebody was blowing in her face, like trying to get her to realize, like, hey, you're not breathing, trying to get her to come alive again. And she never did. And she laid her down on the table, and another person was calling 911, and she started doing CPR on her, and I thought she was gone. I didn't think she was going to come back to us.
She did.
She did.
She did. The best part of that was hearing her little gasp for air.
Yeah.
I knew she was back.
Oh, God.
Her color come back.
And almost like right at that moment, the ambulance had gotten there, and a police officer came in, like, asking questions. And I'm like, please don't ask me any questions right now. And they put her on like a stretcher, like a children's stretcher, and took her into the ambulance and had like put monitors all over her chest and a neck brace on her and everything, and immediately took us to the emergency room. So Terry you weren't even in line with me. You were about to leave, weren't you?
No, I was in the back of the line, on around the corner.
Yeah, and Terry, you said that you weren't even supposed to be at the store at the time.
No, actually we were supposed to be at church that morning, and we didn't. For some reason, we just didn't go, and I decided I was going to go to Family Dollar on the other side of town, closer to my home, and the lady had messed up my order, so I was like, well, I'll just come back later, and I ran over to the Family Dollar across from Subway. So it was meant to be. God put you where he needs you, so... Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I don't know. You never know when something like that is going to happen. You turn around for 1 second, anything can happen. And I'm just so thankful. I'm just so thankful.
It's hard. Mm-hmm. I just thought that could have been my granddaughter or my grandson, or holding her, picking her up, body up. She was just lifeless.
She was. I could see it, and yeah, even when she was lying on the table, there was just nothing there. There was nothing there. She didn't know what was going on or anything, and now
she'd actually started having a seizure. She'd been without air for so long. She would. When I took her from Olivia, she was starting to kind of turn white, but then by the time I got her to the counter, she was already purple and blue, and she had started having a seizure.
when I first took her out of the other woman's hands, she was kind of like all scrunched up. And when I started talking to her, like I kept trying to get her to breathe, and her whole body just kind of fell like this. And that's when Terry came around the corner and said, she's gone, call 911. And it was just, it all happened so fast. It literally happened within a few short minutes, and within another 10 minutes we were in the emergency room. It all happened so fast.
So how were you able to like take control of the situation and know what to do? Did you have previous training?
Back in 2015 and 2016, I had actually went to EMT school, but I graduated and got my certificates, but I never followed through with it.
Wow.
So maybe I should have, but because I didn't, I'm here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of stuff when I was doing the EMT school, but that was reality. That was like it was different. It was all reality, but I mean, that was different. Like seeing her face and saying, my baby's gone, and begging someone to help. That's different.
And I had my 3-year-old daughter standing right next to me, and I almost passed out. I didn't know what to do. Like, should I be holding her hand? Should I be taking care of my 3-year-old? My 3-year-old doesn't know what's going on. And, Terry was taking care of her, and another cashier was there holding my hand, and we had other bystanders helping my 3-year-old. Like, it was just, everything just came together so perfectly. And Emma's here, and she's alive, and she's happy. She's happy, and she's up moving around, and she has no problems with her chest from the CPR, no problems with her neck or skull from the fall. Like, even though we didn't go to church, God was still with us.
He was still there. He was, definitely.
Well, thank you guys for speaking with me, and we will have more on the story tonight, so make sure to tune in, and yes, thanks.